Good morning, children. This is class 12 waves first chapter, lecture number 3. In first lecture, we saw all basic concepts of waves. What is a wave? How many types of waves are present? There are two types. Wave is a disturbance in a medium. Waves are of two types. Number one, progressive waves. Number two, stationary waves. Progressive waves are again classified into two types. Number one, longitudinal wave. Number two, transverse wave. If wave direction and particle direction are same, then the wave is said to be longitudinal. Wave direction and particle direction are perpendicular, then the wave is called a transverse wave. Those things we saw in detail in first lecture. In second lecture, we saw what are the ratios of frequencies in a pipe. Now we will see how stationary waves are produced in a closed tube. In a closed tube, how stationary waves are produced. Before going to see these stationary waves produced in a closed tube, first of all, what is meant by stationary wave? Stationary wave is also called standing wave. Standing wave is very simple, children. This is a medium. One side, this is the first wave produced by me. At the same time, another wave, second wave is produced by another side. These two waves, this is second wave. These two waves, frequency is same, amplitude is same. Frequency means what? Number of waves produced per second. Let us consider 1 second, 1.5 wave is produced. Here to here, one wave. One crust, one trough makes one wave. This is one wave. This is half wave. 1.5 wave is produced in 1 second. This side also 1.5 wave is produced. Here to here, one wave. So one crust, one trough, one crust makes one wave. So here amplitude is same, frequency, number of waves produced per second is same, amplitude. Mean position to the maximum height of the particle is called amplitude. Both amplitude here and here, here and here, here and here. Amplitudes are same. Frequency same, amplitude same, two waves produced in the same medium, in opposite direction along the same path. This is called a stationary wave. Here particles can move very freely. Why? Because so much, a lot of space is there. So where particle displacement is maximum called antinode, here particle cannot move that easily. So this is node. This is node. This is a antinode. Node. This is antinode. That means nodes and antinodes are formed in a stationary wave. Remember, children, nodes and antinodes are formed in a stationary wave. The distance between two successive nodes or the distance between two successive antinodes is called lambda by 2. Lambda by 2. Remember, children, lambda by 2. Lambda means wavelength, half of the wavelength. That means the distance between two successive nodes or antinodes is called half of the wavelength. The distance between two successive nodes is called nothing but one loop. Loop is nothing but the distance between two nodes. That is called one complete loop. Understand, children? Right. Now we will see how stationary waves are produced in a closed tube. Sir, what is the use of this tube? If stationary waves are produced in a closed tube, what is the usage? That means by using of this principle, we can find the velocity of sound in air. What is the velocity of sound in air, children? 330 meter per second. Sir, how can we prove it? With the help of this closed tube, we can prove it. That is in next class. In this session, you learn a very important concept, waves produced in a closed tube. Waves produced in a closed tube. What kind of waves are produced, children? Number one, first point, remember, standing waves are produced in a closed tube. Standing waves are produced in a closed tube. Standing waves are produced in a closed tube. What is meant by closed tube? One side open, one side this side closed, this side open. Now, if you take a tuning fork, this is what tuning fork. You know that tuning fork was invented by John Shore. This is called stem. These are called prongs. Prongs, children. Prongs. These are called prongs. Prongs. This is called stem. If you hit the rubber hammer, if you hit with the prongs with the rubber hammer and leave it, compressions and rarefactions. Compressions and rarefactions are formed. Compression, rarefaction. Compression, rarefaction. The distance between two compressions or rarefactions is called lambda. Now, hit the tuning fork. Now see children, here let us consider this is tuning fork, hit with the rubber hammer and place it on this tube. Place it on the tube. Vibrating tuning fork, place on the tube. What will happen? Waves are produced. These longitudinal waves moves in this direction. It is a combination of both longitudinal wave and transverse wave. So the waves produced like this. Whenever progressive wave goes into the closed pipe, it hits the obstacle and bounces back. So that one wave is coming like this, another wave is bouncing back in this direction continuously. First wave is moving in forward direction, second wave is bounced wave, reflected wave is going in this direction. So that within fraction of seconds, these two progressive waves are overlapped and it behaves as a standing wave, stationary wave. So here particle displacement is maximum, this is called antinode. Here particle displacement is minimum, called node. This is called antinode, this is called node. Like this, in this standing waves are produced. Here remember children, how these standing waves are produced. What is the reason for this? See children, what is happening? Because of tuning fork is producing both longitudinal and transverse waves, progressive wave is going in forward direction, it hits the obstacle and bounces back, so that another wave is coming like this, second wave is going within fraction of seconds. These two waves are moving in opposite direction along the same path, so that standing waves are produced. Where particle displacement is maximum is called antinode, where particle displacement is minimum called node. See children, let us consider this is a pen cap. One second children, this is a pen cap. In this pen cap, what I am doing? I am blowing air. You are getting loud sound. How you are getting loud sound? Observe carefully. I am blowing air from my mouth into this cap. So that what is happening? Loud sound is coming from this cap because some air is present in this cap. This air is replaced by my blowing air, so that blowing air frequency and the air present in the cap, this frequency, whenever these two are matches, this complete air is displaced by the blowing air, so the frequencies will match. This blowing air frequency, inside air frequency, whenever these two are matches, what will happen? Inside air will be completely displaced by the blowing air and loud sound is coming out from this cap. Once again observe children, this is our childhood experiment only. If you blow air into the cap, loud sound is coming. This is because of this phenomena is called nothing but resonance. Resonance is nothing but here tuning fork frequency, in this air column frequency, this tuning fork natural frequency, this inside air column frequency, whenever these two are matched, this inside lot of vibrations takes place. Whenever this frequency is equal to tuning fork frequency, loud sound comes out from this resonating air column experiment. Based on this experiment, we will find the velocity of sound in air children. Velocity of sound in air is 330 meter per second. This is the basic idea of standing waves produced in a loop. Now we will see in closed tube how fundamental frequency is formed, how first harmonic, second harmonic, all these things we will see in detail. Till now, note down. Once again children, standing waves means two progressive waves with same frequency and amplitude are traveling in opposite direction along the same path. This is called standing wave. In standing wave, where particle displacement is minimum is called node, where particle displacement is maximum is called antinode. The distance between two successive nodes or antinodes is called lambda by 2, half of the wavelength. Now, energy is trapped in between the loops. Energy is continuously do not travel in forward direction. Energy is trapped, fixed in between loops. Maximum energy takes place at antinode and minimum energy takes place at node. Please note down, children. Now, see children, in a closed tube, number 1, a fundamental frequency. Fundamental frequency. Fundamental frequency is denoted by nu1. What is meant by fundamental frequency? See children, this is a closed tube. Somewhat big I will take. This is a fundamental, this is a closed tube. One tuning fork I placed here. This tuning fork frequency and this air column frequency are matched. This is called nothing but first half loop. This is closed end, so here node is formed. Here maximum displacement antinode is formed. Let the length of air column is L1 or L. L is fixed. Length do not change. Now what will happen? One complete loop means lambda by 2. This is half loop. So this distance will be lambda by 4. So L is equal to lambda by 4. Lambda is equal to 4L. This is what the wavelength of the fundamental frequency. Fundamental frequency is also called what? First harmonic. Fundamental frequency is also called first harmonic. First harmonic. From this, what will happen, children? V is equal to nu lambda. Nu1 is equal to V comes, lambda comes into denominator. So nu1 is equal to V by 4L. This is called fundamental frequency or first harmonic. Please note down, children. Nothing is there. Length is constant. Closed tube length is constant. One vibrating tuning fork I placed just above the glass tube, so that these progressive waves enter into the tube, so that it turns into progressive waves, turns into stationary wave. Why? Because stationary wave is a combination of two progressive waves. So this is what stationary wave. Whenever it touches the obstacle, bounce back. Where maximum displacement of the particle takes place is called antinode. Minimum displacement is called node. The total length of the air column, let us consider L. The distance between one node and antinode is lambda by 4. So lambda is equal to 4L. From this, V is equal to nu lambda. Nu1 is equal to V by 4L. Now we will see second harmonic. Now see children, first harmonic I replaced by second harmonic. Second harmonic means when antinode is formed at the second end. Second time, tell me children, what is the possibility? Length of the air column do not change. This is L only. L is fixed. I placed a vibrating tuning fork just above that closed tube. So that what will happen? Here half loop is formed. Second time one full loop is formed. This is the possibility. Otherwise here second two nodes do not form. Here there is no possibility of formation of this one, because see children, same length, first time half loop is formed, so that one antinode is formed at the closed end. Here I need node at closed end, so that what is the possibility? One and half loop. Here node, this is antinode, this is node, this is antinode. Two nodes and two antinodes are formed, children. See, that means three half loops. One half loop means lambda by 4. 2 lambda by 4, 3 lambda by 4. So this total length L is equal to 3 lambda by 4. So L is equal to 3 lambda by 4. From this, lambda is equal to 4L by 3. This is what lambda value. V is equal to nu lambda. Nu means second harmonic. Nu2 is equal to V by lambda. Nu2 is equal to V by lambda 4L by 3. 3V by 4L. This is what second harmonic. Please note down children. This is what second harmonic. Nu2 is equal to 3V by 4L. I will write fundamental frequencies and first harmonic and second harmonic formulas I will write here. Then after we will find the ratio, children. For what is fundamental frequency? V1 is equal to nu by 4L. Now second harmonic V3V by 4L. Now third harmonic. What will happen? Third harmonic also we will see. When next node is formed, children, what is the possibility of forming next 3 nodes in the wave? When 3 nodes are formed in the closed pipe, tell me, just imagine. See, next case, third harmonic. When third harmonic is formed in a closed tube, third harmonic means again length of the tube do not change. You can take any tube, it may be made up of glass or it may be made up of metal, whatever it is. This length do not change, children, length is constant. This is what tuning fork. Now two nodes are formed. This time I want 3 nodes. This is half loop, this is full loop, again this is half loop. That means total 2.5 loop. First time half loop is formed. Here 1.5, here 2.5, next time 3.5. Here particle displacement is maximum, is called antinode. Here minimum node, here maximum antinode, node. This is antinode, node. See children, one half loop, one node and one antinode means half loop. Lambda by 4, 2 lambda by 4, 3 lambda by 4, 4 lambda by 4, 5 lambda by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total length of this air column is 5 lambda by 4. First time we got lambda by 4. Second time 3 lambda by 4. This time 5 lambda by 4. So length of the air column is equal to 5 lambda by 4. From this lambda is equal to 4L by 5. Lambda value we got. We know V is equal to nu lambda. Nu is equal to V by lambda. V is nothing but frequency. V is nothing but velocity. Lambda is nothing but wavelength, this total wavelength. So this is a third frequency, no, nu 3. Nu 3 is equal to V by lambda value how much? 4L by 5. 5V by 4L. So nu 3 is equal to 5V by 4L. Next what you get? You can easily imagine 7V by 4L. Next 9V by all odd numbers ratio we will get. So this is called fundamental frequency. This is called this first fundamental frequency, also called first harmonic, second harmonic. This is third harmonic. Next you can write it as 7V by 4L. Next 9V by 4L, so on. Now this ratio we will find. What is the ratio of all these frequencies we will see. Frequencies ratio, children, nu1 is to nu2 is to nu3, so on, is equal to V by 4L ratio, 3V by 4L ratio, 5V by 4L ratio, so on. V by 4L, V by 4L, V by 4L cancel. 1 is to 3 is to 5, so on. This is nu1 is to nu2 is to nu3, so on. This is the ratios of frequencies in a closed tube. Very important, children. This is what a ratio of frequencies in a closed tube. Please note down. What is the ratio of frequencies in a closed tube? Simple. Nu1 is to nu2 is to nu3 is equal to 1 is to 3 is to 5 is to, so on. That is nothing but odd numbers ratio. Next lecture we will see what is the ratio of frequencies in a open tube. In open tube, what we get, children, you can imagine once what happens at open ends, what kind of waves are produced at open ends, what may be the ratio of these frequencies. Obviously you can guess very easily. Here we got all odd numbers ratio, there we will get what? Even numbers ratio. Simple thing, children. Here this is what open tube. In open tube, always you will get nodes only. So that definitely half loop is one side and another half loop is another side. This is antinode. Particle can displace very freely. Where particle displacement is maximum is called antinode. Here particle cannot displace that much easily, so this is node. This is called fundamental frequency in open tube. Like that, same length, next two antinodes, when two antinodes are formed in a second harmonic, so that middle one more complete wave. So this is half loop, half loop. When two half loops are formed, that is called fundamental frequency. Next case, in between one more loop is added. In third case, two loops are added. Like this, we get frequencies ratio in two side open-ended tube. Prepare well. Any doubts, write in comment section. All the best. God bless you.